Welcome to today's training on how to set up the children's files in our early childhood centers. My name is Sharon Haynes. I will be your trainer for today's training. Before we begin, there are a few items that you will need. It is recommended that you use a 6-sided file folder in order to arrange the documents as the setup intends. Tab labels are used to label the various sections of the file folder. Some of the documentation that our staff receives is from the senior case managers and the health specialists. Other documentation will be accumulated over the year. Printing up the setup notes will help you keep the children's file folder arrangement as required by the policies and procedures of our program. The setup information reads from the top down. For example, under Tab 1, Child Care Licensing, the influenza pamphlet would be on the bottom and the child's emergency release card would be on the top, just as the file folder setup page states. Here's an example of a child's center file folder. The main folder tab has the child's name listed last name, then first name. DOE means date of enrollment. DOB means date of birth. As the character says, it's all about the documentation. Ensure that your children's files are documented as required by your program's policies and procedures. This simple format will keep you on the right path. Tab 1 is the Child Care Licensing tab. When Child Care Licensing conducts their inspections, they will do a children's file folder check. The inspector will review this tab specifically. The majority of the information will come from our senior case managers. All emergency contact information, as well as the physical and immunization forms, must be current. Hillsborough County Child Care Licensing will also look for the influenza virus pamphlet. During the 2009 legislative session, a new law was passed that requires child care facilities, family daycare homes, and large family daycare homes provide parents with the information detailing the cause, symptoms, and transmission of the influenza virus, the flu, every year during August and September. Teaching staff must ensure that this pamphlet is signed yearly. The information under this tab is as follows: Child Emergency and Release Card information, Enrollment Form, Immunization Form, Physical Examination Form, Enrollment Agreement, Child Care Licensing Brochure on the Influenza Virus, the Flu, a Guide to the Parents. Tab 2 is the Social Services Information tab. For our program needs, staff should place late notices, change of status, and the placement memorandum in this area. Documentation for this area is supplied by both the Family Services and the Education Department. Tab 3 is the Health and Nutrition section. This information is generated by both the health staff and the Education Department. Be sure that all current information is placed on the top, but grouped as documented above. The information under Tab 3 is as follows: the Nutrition Questionnaire and the Brigance, or ASQ. Tab 4 is the Education area for the current school year. Documentation is compiled throughout the year. Information is filed with the most current date on top, but grouped as listed. For example, we conduct parent conferences twice a year. The conference form would be placed second from the bottom, with October's conference form below April's conference form. The information for this area is as follows: the file review form, parent contact form, anecdotal note form, letter requesting home visit/progress report forms, parent conference forms, curriculum planning questionnaire, CPQ, with the pedestrian safety documentation. Tab 5 is also Education section. However, this is the area to place previous year's information if the child has been with us multiple years. The information under Tab 5 is as follows: old home visit and parent conferences, previous assessments, and file review forms. Tab 6 contains the confidential information from various departments. New to this school year's file folder setup is the toilet training form for Head Start. As we have experienced this year, we have had many 3-year-olds arrive still wearing diapers. Upon learning this, teaching staff must meet with the parents in order to enter into a toilet training contract. Also new this year is the 3-year-old assessment tool for those children entering our program at 3 years old. The information under Tab 6 is as follows: follow-up reports from early Head Start service areas, medical notes and excuses, teacher medical and behavior health referral forms, IEPs or IFSPs for early Head Start, service review team forms, medical administration log and other health-related reports, mental health observation report, behavior incident reports, BIRs, speech and language evaluations, toilet training forms for both early Head Start and Head Start, volunteer pre-kindergarten assessments, VPK, children who are 4 years old would be taking the kindergarten readiness assessment. Also placed in this area is a 3-year-old assessment tool. Lastly, teaching strategy gold notes. Information for this presentation was provided by Hillsborough County Child Care Licensing, images provided by Google Images, PowerPoint template provided by PresentationMagazine.com. Thank you for participating in the training on how to set up the children's files in our early childhood centers.